So in this quick tutorial, we're going to learn how to change this dog into this. So let's get started. So first off, we're going to make the dog a lot smaller. So we're going to do dot resizable. And then we kind of scrunched them. So we're going to do a dot scale to fit. That's getting better. I'm actually going to color invert it. So I'm going to do dot color invert. Looking pretty crazy. I'm going to do a dot frame. And for the width, I'm going to do 100. And that should work. I don't think I need a height. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a rotation effect. So I'm going to do a dot rotation effect of an angle. And I'm going to choose 20 degrees. Okay, now here's the really cool part. We can start adding layers and layers and layers of coloring by reusing the same thing over and over again. So we can do a dot padding. We'll do like 20. And I'm going to go ahead and do a background color. Oops, so make sure you do a dot. So it's a background, and you're going to do a color dot. I'll do this one as a red. And then I can do a dot padding again of 20. And I can do a dot background. I'll do a color dot orange. And you'll see that it layers it out. So this is 20 around the image, and this is 20 more around the red. So it basically it's layering on each one. So it resizes it, and then that creates an image that's scaled to fit, which creates an image which is inverted. So a really cool thing to take a look at this. Let's Command X that and paste that here. Now you see everything in the entire image got color inverted. So it doesn't just color invert images, it color inverts any view, which is awesome. So yeah, we'll put that back up there though. So we're just going to color invert it out. Then we're going to continue this padding for a little bit to get that layers of colors going on. So I'm going to go ahead and do a dot padding of 20. I'm going to do a dot background. That's going to be a color dot yellow. Yeah, it's taking a little while, but we'll get there. And then I'm going to go and do a dot corner radius of 10. I don't know if this is going to have much effect on the final product, but it is kind of nice to see. So we're going to do a dot padding of 2, and then do a dot background, color dot black. And what you'll see is you get an automatic, so it's kind of, it looks not rounded. So you can do a rounded on that. So if we do a dot corner radius of 10, and now we got a border that is round, which is kind of tough to do in Swift UI. It's tougher than it should be. If I did the corner radius and then I did a border, the border would be square. And if you did the corner radius on that border, it would just clip the corners. By doing this background color, you get to keep your corner. And then you can just change the line by changing that padding. So for example, a 3 would be a little bit thicker line. All right, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a dot padding dot horizontal. So it's just going to be the horizontal part. And I'm going to go ahead and do 200 on that. And I'm going to do a dot background color. Oops. Color dot purple. And then we'll have all our kind of colors set. So we're going to keep on layering and stuff like that if we want to have more crazy effects. But yeah, this will work. So here comes the really cool part. So we can go ahead and mask with any kind of mask. The first mask we're going to look at is going to be a dog. So find a picture of a dog. We're going to go ahead and mark it up. So unfortunately, this is a WebP, so I'm going to copy it first. So I'm going to click right here on the square. copy the dog, do a file, new from clipboard, then mark it up again, choose the magic wand, don't cut too much, Command X, Command X. So you get it kind of marked out, so it looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save that as the pug. And I'm going to go into my assets. So what you need for the mask is you need something that's like a PNG or something that has a clear background. So you can see it has a clear background. And we're going to go ahead and do a dot mask. This takes any view, which is awesome. So we're going to do an image. The pug. And for that image, so I'm going to actually keep that parenthesis, that closing one, a little bit further down, because I want to do a little bit of masking on this. I want to do a resizable. And I want to go ahead and do dot for, well, we'll just do resizable. We'll see what happens. All right. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing we did up here. We're going to scale to fit. So dot scaled to fit. Our pug looks kind of like mashed potatoes. There we go. That's a pretty sweet pug. So you can see that everywhere there was a pixel, it keeps the, but wherever it's clear, it masks it out. So what's really awesome about that, what you saw in the preview, basically we can make this so it is not an image of a pug, it's just text. So let's take this image out, and our mask will now be a text. And it could be a combo, it could be a whole another view that we could use as a mask. But basically our text, we're going to do awesome. And you see it's very faint. It looks cool though. I'm going to go ahead and do a dot bold. And I'm going to do a dot font, dot system, size, and I'm going to go ahead and do an 80. So you can see the more layering we add on, the more intense it takes, but that looks pretty awesome. Outside of the mask, we're going to do a dot shadow. So we're just going to keep on piling on stuff. So a radius of, let's do 5. And then down here at the bottom in our content preview, I'm going to turn it sideways so I have a little bit more room to work with. So I'm going to do a dot preview interface orientation. I'm going to do dot landscape left. And that'll landscape our phone. And then we're going to do one last thing. We're going to add a little bit of spacing here. So on our font, we can go ahead and do a dot tracking. And I'm just going to go ahead and do a 3. Uh-oh, might have done too much. There we go. So it popped a little bit. So you can change these numbers up. If we do 30, it'll be way too much. Well, maybe not, but let's try 5. That's pretty cool. Yep, and there we go. All of this was created from one image. It's pretty sweet.